This video is specifically for pastors or leaders that are selecting musicians for your ministry. Not to shame, not to accuse, but to recalibrate authority, responsibility, and order. Number one, you need to ask yourself, is this a ministry role or is this a paid service role? Because confusion can be created from those two questions alone. You can cause bitterness in musicians, exploitation by leadership, spiritual disorder in worship, and atmosphere contamination. See, if you want musicians into the ministry, then discipleship is required. Alignment is required. Covering is required. And if you just want employment, then say that. Structure it, document it, and stop calling it service. See, the problem isn't paying. The problem is mislabeling it. See, you can't demand excellence, demand loyalty, demand availability, demand spiritual output while offering no development, no covering, no clarity, and no respect. That's not shepherding. That's extraction. And God never anointed leaders to mine gifts and discard people. See, pastors, what y'all need to understand is that y'all not just hiring skill. You are granting spiritual access. You see, every musician touches the atmosphere, influences the people, shapes worship culture, opens or closes doors spiritually. And this is why vetting is the pastor's responsibility. Discernment is non-negotiable, and character must outweigh talent. See, if you won't let that musician teach, pray, or counsel, then why would you let them lead worship? See, y'all pastors must recover the courage to say, you're gifted, but you're not aligned here. You need discipleship before platform. Your lifestyle and this role, it don't align. This house has standards. You see, gatekeeping is not control, it's protection. You see, a house with no gates is not welcoming, it's vulnerable. See, if you're going to pay musicians, then lead like an employer and a shepherd. Put expectations in writing. Define spiritual requirements. Clarify moral and behavior standards. And outline accountability processes. See, you don't get to demand holiness with no structure or professionalism with no clarity. Order protects everybody. Think about what they do in the secular world. Come on now. See, if your worship ministry sounds good, looks good, but carries no weight, produces no transformation, then the issue, it's not the anointing. It's leadership alignment. Pastors, remember that you are the gate. What you allow will speak. And what you tolerate, it will multiply. See, pastors, this is where much of the dysfunction starts. It starts with you. Because many of the issues that we are seeing with leadership and musicians would never exist if proper order would have been in place from the beginning. And order in the church does not come from the pastor trying to be everything. Pastors are called to shepherd the flock. They are called to feed, care for, guide, protect, and nurture people. Pastors are not called to build governmental systems, correct structural drift, establish doctrine across regions, govern multi-layered ministry functions, and carry apostolic authority that you were never anointed to carry. You see, when pastors attempt to function in all 5 roles of the fivefold calling, they end up exhausted, reactive, emotionally invested, and administratively overwhelmed. That's exactly where disorder creeps in. You see, an apostle brings what pastors are not anointed to carry. Apostles establish structure, set standards, create systems, correct misalignment, address issues before they become emotional conflict. This is why a properly covered ministry don't devolve into musicians versus leadership, staff resentment, power struggles, financial tension, emotional decision making. Why? Because order has already been set. When apostolic government is in place, musicians know expectations. Leadership roles are clear. Standards are established before offense appears. And correction happens at the system level, not the emotional level. See, the problem arises when pastors try to be the shepherd, govern, correct doctrine, set systems, manage operations, handle staff conflict, and function apostolically without the mantle or the grace to do so. That's not humility. That's misalignment. And misalignment always produces confusion. This is why we have this problem in the church right now. Leadership versus musicians. Not because people are rebellious, but because order was never established. You see, when pastors stay in their God-designed role, the flock is cared for properly. Relationships stay healthy. Ministry don't become transactional. Emotional burnout is reduced. When apostles cover the house, Systems stay clean. Boundaries stay clear. Authority flows properly. And correction, it doesn't become personal. See, this is not the hierarchy for ego. This is function for protection. You see, a healthy church is not a pastor-only led ministry. It is apostolically covered, prophetically aligned, pastorally shepherded, teaching anchored, and evangelistically outward. When one role tries to replace the other, imbalance follows. See, when pastors operate without apostolic covering, they are forced into roles that they were never designed to carry, and the church pays the price. You see, many of the issues that we see today are not rebellious problems. They are order problems, not talent problems, governmental problems, not submission problems, covering problems. And this is why apostolic covering is not optional for a healthy ministry. It's essential. Pastor, shepherd, apostles govern. When each of those roles stand their lane, the house functions in peace, clarity, and power. And when order is set correctly, these conflicts, like musicians versus leadership, they won't never grow. Yep, I said it.